Anger and frustration by taxpayers is certainly growing. But what about the U.S. government and all the promises to regulate and watch out for the little people? What will all this mean for the economy? Right now we've got Cenk Uygur at our Los Angeles studio. He's going to give us the black and white on all this green. Cenk, you are a radio host for the Young Turks. I want to hear what you have to say, kind of break it down on your opinion on all this.
Well, let's start with Goldman Sachs and work our way over to Obama. First of all, Goldman Sachs cut down the amount of compensation they're going to give their employees. And it leads me to believe, well, they could have done that all along. And guess what happened when they did? The shareholders got a lot more money. Well, isn't that what's supposed to happen? They own Goldman Sachs, not the people who run it. And that's the principal problem we have in our system right now, that the people who run these companies don't own the companies. So they have all the incentive in the world to take out as much money as possible. Here, Goldman Sachs realized, you know, we're getting the employees of Goldman Sachs realize we're getting our hand caught in the cookie jar here, and it doesn't look good, so let's give back some of the money to the people who own the company. So as they do this, I think, well, why can't they do that more often? So an important piece of regulation they've got to do is give shareholders more power to control their own companies. That's about capitalism and making sure the system works.
All right, well, let's move it on to President Obama. I mean, is the administration doing enough to punish these bankers for their risky behavior?
Well, that's an interesting way of stating it, right? And that's what a lot of people are talking about, punishing the bankers. For me, it's not about punishing the bankers, and I think Obama has not done nearly enough. And I think we need to do a lot more than what's been done so far. But it's not about, hey, I don't like the bankers, or the bankers did something wrong, so I want to punish them. No, it's about fixing the system so that our capitalist system can work more efficiently and does not cause risk to the American taxpayer. So what I want to do is set rules in place so that they cannot leverage more money and hence put us all at risk, so that they cannot do naked credit default swaps, which is nothing but casino gambling. Because if they do gambling with their own money, I don't care. It's a free world. But they're doing gambling with our money, and that's what I want President Obama to stop. And today, he began that process, and honestly, I'm encouraged. And in over a year now, this is the first time I've been encouraged by the Obama Treasury Department. But, of course, the next step is very important because, as we all know, the devil's in the details on these financial regulations.
And, Cenk, real quickly, we have just about 30 seconds left, but my question is, I mean, I think that what you have to say is important, but if the taxpayers are angry and the bankers are angry, can't it be argued that President Obama is sort of doing the right thing? I mean, if everyone's mad, then maybe he's right in the middle.
Oh, no. Right now, finally, for the first time, he is doing the right thing. Before, he wasn't, we had no new regulations, as he admits today, and we weren't going after the money that we gave them. So when he tries to take back some of that bonus money, that was our money in the first place. It got funneled to them through not just TARP, but the AIG backdoor bailout and low interest rates on the money that they got through the Fed. So it's absolutely the right thing to do.
All right, Cenk Uygur, radio host for the Young Turks.